Hey you guys, Fastest Pastor here. Thank you for tuning in. What is going on? Hey, I'll tell you what, it's been extremely busy here at Fastest Pastor and our race team with Kelly Moss Road and Race. We've been busy talking with our sponsors, signing on sponsors, going around the nation, interviewing some of our sponsors, along with what this video is all about is the first of 3 sessions of our interview with the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb group. Just the whole people that put it together, Megan and her team. I'm going to tell you what, this is an exclusive interview. They've never all been together for an interview like this, and I'm so honored that they took time out of their busy schedule to show us and tell us a little bit more about the history of the Pikes Peak, how it goes on, what the race is all about. But I'm going to tell you what, I learned one thing sitting down with them. They're amazing people that do amazing things with very little, and they are all about the race fan and the racer. So stay tuned. We're going to learn a lot more. I promise it's going to be worth it. God bless you guys. Stay tuned after this intro.
Take me back to my roots. I'll be the first to fall if I don't hold on to your cross.
Hey you guys, thank you for tuning in. Listen, I'm about to show you the first of 3 series of my interview with the PPIHC team. Was able to sit down. It's just an informal roundtable interview. And there's a few things you guys will see in this. And number one is you see a passion for racing. You see a passion for people to put on the best event they can. You see a passion for people to see something to come together, a community of racers, the Colorado Springs area community, and just the history. There's a lot of rich history with the people that sat at this table. Just Megan and her team, just a huge thank you to them. But here we go. Here's the first session of the interview. Please watch it. This is, like I said, a 3-part series. I promise it'll be worth it.
Honestly, that's kind of our goal. We try to be behind the scenes so that it's about the competitors. So
and the sponsors.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get this kicked off. Hey everybody, Fastest Pastor here. I am super excited and feel very honored that so many people from the Pikes Peak organization, PPIHC, decided to meet with me. I don't know, have any of you all been together for an interview like this before?
No, definitely not video.
So hey, we're a first up here. So we're going to go around the table here, and I want to introduce anybody, but this is a really unique opportunity. There's a lot that goes on to make this race happen, and there's a lot that we need to learn about it. And so I thought it'd be really unique for us to sit down. There's a bunch of questions I asked this team. We're going to go around. We're just going to informally kind of address those. But if you guys could go around and introduce yourselves, that would be great, and what you do.
I'm Dan Skotkin. I'm the Director of Competition, so we handle all the safety and tech inspections of each vehicle. We help administer the race and make sure the cars line up and bikes line up when they're supposed to, and just keep the race flowing on race day. And then we do a lot of the stuff in behind the scenes, anywhere from cutting in the timing loops we have to do every year to setting up the straw bales and safety and the whole aspect of administering the race.
Wow. So a big hat, needless to say. All right.
I'm Megan Latham. I'm the executive director, so I guess I'm just kind of oversight on everything from the budget to fundraising to managing the staff to making sure that the event goes on. I do a lot with licensing, but day-to-day operations as well. So just about an oversight on everything is the best way to put it.
Cool. And Megan's been my main contact through most of this as it goes on. But also, don't let her fool you. The team here has really made it known that she's really helped this organization grow over the last 8 years. So don't let her discount yourself. And then we've got a legend next.
I don't know about that. Randy Rule, the race director. Again, with the people we put in place make me look good, and everything happens. And so oversee everything on the mountain and work with Megan and Daniel here in the office.
Cool.
Just to make everything happen.
All right. And then obviously there's the ops side of it.
Yep, we got a large operation side. So my name's Daniel Rodriguez. I'm the director of operations. I handle everything from A to Z when it comes to porta potties, fencing, you name it on the mountain, strategically trying to get everything up and down. And then I also do the Fan Fest celebration, which we'll talk a little bit more later on. But I also manage and organize Fan Fest downtown.
Wow.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate that, you guys. We're going to kind of kick into this. We've got a bunch of questions to kind of cover. I'm excited about it. Again, I'll ask the question. You guys hop in where you need to. But obviously the first one is, tell us, how many years has Pikes Peak been operating?
Sure. So, well, it started in 1916, so long before I was born. And it's it was missing a few years during the World Wars that it didn't run. So that's why our anniversary date and our running date is always different. So that it's been going on since 1916, and I've been with the team 8 years now, so 8 years, 9 races. So I only know 8 years back, but you guys probably know longer than that.
Well, yeah, I really, again, real bad at years and what has happened, but I've been involved 30 plus years, either as an official of some sort or with tech or building a car. Been involved with it all my life. So,
Well, and that kind of leads us, Randy, into, why do you guys do the race? I don't want to go too hard into the history, but there is a history about it. But not only just the history, but why are we still doing the Pikes Peak race? Why is it so important to see that we continue to see this race? I mean, I know from my perspective, it's uber important to have this race continue to fulfill little 8-year-old dreams, right? And so share with us, why? Why do you guys continue to do this? Why do you continue to operate?
probably those same dreams. Each individual up there has different ties with Pikes Peak. I grew up, my dad raced it, and then getting into a family that organized it and raced it. And we tell a lot of the competitors too that once you get the bug, it's hard to get out. It's like Dan. Me and Dan went to school together, and I don't know, 10 years ago I said, I need help on Pikes Peak. I'm going to come in and help me start teching while I was a tech director. And then the old race, chief steward at that time, they called him, with Phil Layton, a good friend of mine, who brought me into the upper part of it along with my father-in-law. But I told Dan, I need you to be a competition director, tech director. And Dan says, I don't know anything about race cars. I go, I know, that's why I want you. And it's kind of the same way when me and Megan work together. She goes, I don't know about cars. I said, I don't know about what you're doing in your office. And there was a lot of people that thought it wasn't going to work, but I mean, it's the people you put around this race, and once they get hooked, they're hooked.
They're hooked. And obviously it has a huge impact on the local community. I mean, I look at my national statistics for what an average person brings to a festival when they spend, right? So you talk 35,000 people. The average person will spend $40 at a day festival, right? And so you look at that, that's some big numbers that you guys are putting back into the community. That's not even for your event. Nationally they say that's what the impact of the community is, literally $40 per person. I don't know what your average is in Colorado.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most interesting parts, and kind of to tie in like the why for me is, like you said, I'm not a race car enthusiast, but I love this event and I love my job and I love I love sports, and I get it, and it's a lot of it is for the competitors and what you all do, so thank you. But moving back to the economic impact, that's the other reason why this event is so special for me. I grew up in Colorado Springs, and I just know the hill climb is in the fabric of the community. The economic impact that it has is it's over the top, and it all started in 1916. Spencer Penrose founded the race, and then the fact that it's still going on today is just insane. But yeah, the impact that it has on the community. We work with the Forest Service, the City of Colorado Springs, Teller County, El Paso County. We have 100 different partners, and I think we just counted the other day how many were local.
We have like 20-30% that are local Pikes Peak region, if not even Colorado-based companies.
Wow.
That we work with. So, it's from the local Tough Shed company donating a Tough Shed that we put up on race day. So, it's just in the fabric of the community.
That's awesome. And so as we venture into the race day, like you said, you got all these people that are making it happen. And things have evolved over the years, right, Randy and Dan? I mean, we've seen things kind of go through race divisions. Let's talk about the current race divisions. How many race divisions do we have this year?
Wow, I'd have to look. I have a rule book right here, but from when I started, again, I don't remember when, but there were basically two classes, open wheel and stock car.
Right.
And then, you know, sports cars started coming in, rally stuff started coming in, and then there were some years when we didn't have motorcycles because of certain things, and we brought those back. And obviously everything changed from the dirt to the pavement, and through those 8 years of transition, it was hard to get anyone, even including myself. It wasn't feasible to build a car for partial pavement, partial dirt. You never knew what you were going to get. So guys were modifying what they already had to do that. But the divisions, once it got completely paved, again, we still grandfathered some of the older dirt cars in, and they were still running on the pavement. And it kind of just weeded themselves out. They just couldn't take the abuse that the course has given them. So moving into more pavement stuff, you're seeing more of what you see at big racetracks around the world and around the country. The Watkins Glen, the Road Atlanta, the Coda.
Right.
You know, so the open wheels have turned into more of the Indy style cars. The sports car part of it is more of the IMSA style stuff. Even the Volkswagen last year with Romain Dumas, you know, that car, it doesn't race anything else and or other things track-wise or series-wise, but he has taken it to Le Mans, but it's an IMSA style car.
Right.
You know, the ride heights obviously are a lot lower. The tires are completely different. The engine managements with technology are completely different, and same with the motorcycles. You're seeing more. You know, we all learned too. We had to learn what we could and couldn't have on it. You know, it's not a road race. It's not a road course.
Right.
So the road course bikes and or cars, I don't really know if I really want an F1 car up on Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
For one, you know, you have 45 crew members, and the uniqueness of Pikes Peak, there is no one pit.
Right.
During the week, you know, race day, but once that car leaves the pits, you don't see it again until the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that's just the uniqueness difference of it. So it's harder to run it, but the rally cars did real well. We've had semi-trucks run up here.
Yeah, I got to see a video of that. That was really interesting.
Yeah.
You're high up.
There was a couple years when we had 8-10 trucks up here. And one year I was stupid, altitude got into me, and I actually rode in one.
Really?
During the practice qualifying day, I rode from the start line to Glen Cove, and they asked me if I wanted to go on to the summit, and I said, no, I'm good.
So this year, to answer the division question, there's 10 total. So there's 6 car divisions and 4 motorcycle, with an exhibition in each of those. So it's 10 total, but there's actually only 8 purse paying, because we don't pay exhibition car or exhibition motorcycle.
Okay. And so you talk about purse paying. I guess I wasn't even aware that was a thing.
Yeah, so our purse is $100,000, and it's divvied up. We have a whole process, and it's actually not even officially approved by the board yet, hopefully at the next meeting. But the $100,000 is divvied up. $70,000 goes to, it's based upon like how large each division is, and then it's even for everybody depending on the percentages and all that. And then we have $5,000 of it is allocated, that is divvied up between the King of the Mountain car and the King of the Mountain motorcycle, and then $25,000 of it is reserved for anyone that breaks 830.
So now that you've mentioned that, the King of the Mountain, right? Talk about that. Explain that to us. What is that? I mean, for us racers, that's a prestigious thing, right? Can you explain for us what dictates that? What says, hey, how do I become that?
Well, for us, it's pretty easy. It's just it's the fastest car up to the summit each year. So it changes each year. We usually have obviously a King of the Mountain car, King of the Mountain motorcycle, but yeah, it's whoever makes it up to the top the quickest.
And it's not always the unlimited.
Yep.
Yeah, and over the years I've seen that, right? And I've witnessed that, and that's why I think that's kind of the unique thing about this is somehow the technology has progressed, but it still feels grassroots to me, right? It still feels there's such a history here that it still feels kind of grassroots, and then that coveted King of the Hill, right? I mean, to be able to get that would be amazing. Now, you look at some of the classes this year, I mean, some people are bringing